All right, let's get busy in the kitchen, my friends. Time to whip up something that is unusually healthy for Teresa. No, I say that in jest. I say that in jest because she does have a sweet tooth, but this morning she is creating something that has just about every colored vegetable that you can imagine, and it's all wrapped up in a golden, delicious parcel of phyllo pastry, rounded off with some toasted sesame seeds of 2 different colors by the looks of it, which is really funky. This is a great way to get the veggies in, and then maybe round it off with a nice side salad or something like that. I love any way that you can get veggies in a more interesting way.
Exactly.
And this looks like it is loaded with flavor. So
yes,
where do we start?
And I love the textures as well. You've got the soft veggies and the crunchy pastry, and I'm just smelling pastry this morning. Yeah. Absolutely beautiful.
I mean, the finished product looks beautiful.
Yeah, very stunning, but also kind of rustic, so it's quite easy to achieve. So what I've got here is some cherry tomatoes and some pineapple, actually, that we roasted a bit earlier, just a bit of olive oil, some salt and pepper.
So that's going to be nice and sweet.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of sweetness. And then we've got some mixed veggies here. So we've got carrots, peppers, and onion. You can mix it up. You can use mushrooms, zucchini, anything like that.
That your kind of family enjoys.
Exactly, mix and match. I've added some ginger, garlic, and dhania paste, which you can actually buy ready-made, or you can just create your own.
Dhania paste is coriander? Yeah?
Yes.
I know, you can try and disguise it with the fancy words, but I'll ferret it out. I'll figure it out, yeah.
And then I'm adding some olive oil and a bit of salt and pepper. So we're doing 2 rounds of roasted vegetables.
Cool.
And just do them separately because these will roast for 25 minutes and the mixed vegetables will only roast for about 15 minutes.
Okay, you want them to keep a bit of their snap. They don't have to kind of break down completely.
Yeah, and they are going to go back into the oven again later.
I would even think about mixing in some thyme or some rosemary with the roasted tomatoes. Could be quite beautiful. I know that's a lovely kind of flavor profile as well.
So especially if you are coriander averse, you can mix and match the herbs as well as the vegetables.
You can get creative. And what I'm realizing, like when I prepare George's food, like I'll often roast off the vegetables as opposed to steam. I know steaming is really healthy, but when you roast them, the flavor profile is so much richer, I find.
Yeah, I agree.
For me, that's the best way to activate, if you will, vegetables, is put them in the oven for a little bit, get them to caramelize a little bit.
Exactly.
You know?
No, I 100% agree. And it's such an easy way to cook your vegetables because you put them in, you forget about them, and it's all done.
No fuss.
Okay, so those are going to go in the oven for 15 minutes, and this you can all do ahead of time. So you can prepare it in the morning if you're entertaining, and then assemble and bake right before everyone arrives.
Fresh phyllo when the guests are there.
So that's nice and easy. So we've got our roasted veggies here.
It also works in a household where you've got a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, and everything is being done in shifts.
Yes, exactly.
You know, if you get a 15-minute gap, you might not be able to cook the whole meal, but if you can get to a point that you're only assembling the meal, great, you're winning.
And then once everything's roasted, you can mix it all together, and that's your filling.
Oh, that looks beautiful. And you know, when you talk about eating with the eyes, the vegetable kind of vitamin content, the more colors you have, the healthier it is.
Absolutely.
So you can just look at that, and it looks like you're getting in your square vegetable kind of content for the day. Okay, this is the part that intimidates me, I won't lie. The phyllo pastry, because it does dry out very quickly.
It does. So when you're working with it, you want to cover it with a plastic. Usually it comes wrapped in plastic. And then you can cover it with that, and then a damp tea towel. Okay,
so just be aware of that. If you're going to open it up, cover it with a damp tea towel, or keep the plastic on it, or leave it right until the last kind of moment.
So don't do it exactly the way I'm doing it now. Also, it'll come frozen, so make sure you defrost it in the fridge overnight. So you do need to think ahead a little bit with phyllo. Cool. So what I've done is I've put some melted butter onto the phyllo sheet, and then you're going to put another one on top.
Cool. And it's fine if you've got a couple of layers. I mean, it's not, you know, you don't have to go one. You can kind of, you know.
One by one is easier. Well, it's a little bit better, but
If as Teresa was explaining to me, if it tears or if you don't get it quite right, the phyllo pastry is forgiving. You can fix it.
Yeah, exactly. Use your melted butter. Like here, we've got a little tear. I'm just going to patch it up with some butter. No one will know.
This looks like quite a satisfying process for like the OCD people out there. If you want to kind of do a nice therapy session in the kitchen.
So you want to go for 5 layers like that. So put them all on top of each other, and then we're going to cut them up. I wonder, here we go. I've got a knife. And then what I like to do is I cut it in half horizontally. So let's just see.
Are you a lefty?
I am, yes.
Oh my word. See, that explains why you're so creative. All the most creative people in my life are all left-handed. And really good footballers as
I
well.
get,
So I don't know if
oh,
that's
I don't know
it.
about that. I get that a lot. People seem very surprised, yeah.
No, my mom's a lefty, and she's also just one of the most creative people I know. So I've always associated that.
So I don't know if you want to give that one a go. So I've cut it in half horizontally and then into three. So your 5 sheets will give you 6 little squares of pastry, like that. Okay.
Thanks for giving me something to do, so I don't feel completely...
Don't want you to feel left out. And then this is our muffin pan, which we've greased. And you're going to put your little Phyllo squares into the muffin tray. And it doesn't have to be perfectly neat. These are quite rustic little types.
It kind of lends itself to that, actually.
Yeah,
so don't
exactly.
That's when you can stop being OCD.
It's the
you can just...
That's the beauty of it. And you put your veggies inside.
And obviously with having the 5 sheets, that's enough of a kind of a casing that it's going to be able to hold, withstand the amount of filling.
And if you don't have all those layers, it can potentially, you know, fall out the bottom. So
yeah.
you want to make sure you have those. So you can see I just gently folded it over on the top. Brush it with a little bit of melted butter.
You weight it down, seal it like that. Okay, brilliant.
Yeah. And then we're going to finish it off with our sesame seeds. So we're using a mixture of black and white. So it's quite striking when you look at it.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Yeah, and it adds a little bit of a nutty flavour. You can also use Egyptian dukkha or finely chopped nuts. That would also work really well.
And what's going to be beautiful, when you crunch into this, when you bite through that crunchy outer layer, you're going to get that beautiful, again, pop of colour, the cross-section of all your vibrant veggies. It's going to be beautiful.
And then you just keep going. And once they're all done, you pop them in the oven, 25 minutes at 180. And then just let them sit in the pan for a few minutes before you take them out. And then you can serve them warm.
Yeah, I think do that.
Nice
Serve them
and
fresh.
easy.
Let your house permeate with the smell of this roasting. You know, so the guests get that.
Perfect. And they look so beautiful. They look so attractive on the plate.
Well, they look really, really tasty. Can I taste one?
Of course. Do you want me to grab one?
Can you swing one down?
There we go. Oh, these are still warm.
Mama.
There we go.
Oh, mama. Oh, look, I would cut it into a little bit. I'm not going to. I'm going to have a TV bite and get the full crunch, the value of the crunch.
Lovely. Oh, we can hear that crunch.
Oh, wow. The pineapple.
It really works, doesn't it? Yep.
It's almost like desserty, but what a wonderful balance of flavors.
Yep. It's a winner.
That is delicious. That really, really is a winner. You can find this on expressoshow.com. That's where we put all of our recipes. Our creative genius is where it's housed. Oh, that's lovely. And that crunch of the phyllo, that buttery texture, that flavor.
Really good.
Absolutely. And the nuts do make it, eh? The seeds.
Yeah, yeah. Finishes it off nicely. And you've had your veggies today as well.
Oh, exactly. And very, very, very Moorish. I'm going to probably have this whole bowl. Teresa, beautiful, absolutely delicious. And again, I've got to stress, a great way of getting your veggies in.
Yes.
I have a feeling that I might be able to get Jack to dive into a couple of these guys.
Awesome.
Absolutely awesome. Enjoy the process. And yeah, just remember to kind of look after your phyllo pastry and you'll be fine. Really simple, really easy, unbelievably tasty.
Yeah. Good, enjoy.